Welcome back to Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Texas Beef House. What's the promo code? 365 Sports. How did you not know that? I say it every single day. Why are you not paying attention to me? Do you not love me? Do you not understand who I am as a person? Just got to pay attention. I'm sorry, that wasn't for you. That was an argument I had with my wife. I kid. Again, promo code 365 Sports for the best Wagyu beef at TexasBeefHouse.com. Also, check out Bid on Beef for the next auctions that are coming up. We continue our top 25 offenses. We are into the top 10. And we might have a bit of a 90s theme on here since it's Thursday, and that's when Thursday night television was the best. Remember, you'd turn on Friends and Seinfeld and Frasier and ER. It was a great Thursday night. Well, you might see some teams from the 90s here in the top 10 that have been conspicuously absent, at least one for sure. Number 10, Miami. Oh, who was I talking about? The Miami Hurricanes. Cam Ward comes in to take over at quarterback behind a really, really excellent offensive line. Damian Martinez is now the starting running back, and he's one of the best in the country. They've got 3 wide receivers that can score from anywhere. They're always got good tight ends, even though one of them is 116 years old. Mario Cristobal has to get this offense efficient. He absolutely has to. There's a lot of pressure on them, but with Cam Ward alone, it takes this from a top 30 offense to a top 10 offense, or to maybe a top 15 offense. You add Damian Martinez and the wide receivers. This should be a top 10 offense and a tough out all year long. If not now, when? For Mario Cristobal and the Miami Hurricanes. Number 9, Georgia. A little bit lower on the list, but I think as you see, we're talking probably like 5 yards a game that separates them. Georgia's lost some playmakers from last year, namely Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers. And Ra Thomas, who was expected to be one of their top wide receivers, has been dismissed from the team with charges of criminal child abuse and endangerment. So he's not on the team. That's why I put them at 9th, because we got to see who it is. Who are the ones? Now, Georgia should not have trouble scoring. If you're the 9th best offense in the country, that's not really a bad thing. I mean, there's going to be somebody not on this list, that like Western Kentucky, that I left off, that, is going to have a better offense than somebody like Georgia. But is Western Kentucky better than Georgia? No. But Georgia at number 9, Carson Beck, really good at quarterback. But who are the guys who are going to move the chains this year is a big thing. No McConkey, no Bowers. Will make things different, because Brock Bowers, going to be a super exciting player in the NFL and one of the most dynamic weapons in college football. Ladd McConkey might be the number 1 receiver for the Chargers already as he heads to training camp in his rookie season. Number 8, Oklahoma, where the wind goes sweeping down the plains. I know I've made that joke many times, but Boomer Sooner should have a very fun offense with Jackson Arnold. And also, keep an eye out for Purdue transfer wide receiver Deion Burks. Not a big guy, but a fast guy, and a smaller guy who, if you looked at him, you would say, this guy should be 6'4". Like he's like a 5'10" guy that's built like he's 6, like his muscles look like a 6'4" guy's muscles. It's weird. I know it's weird that I'm even talking about it like that, but Deion Burks is going to be a big change for this offense, something maybe they haven't had in the last couple years, of that kind of that guy wide receiver. And when Oklahoma has a that guy wide receiver, they're usually pretty damn dangerous. And I expect the Sooners to be very dangerous on offense. And Jackson Arnold sent Dylan Gabriel, whose team is higher on this list, by the way, packing for a reason. They were confident enough in Jackson Arnold to make that decision. Number 7, Tennessee. Josh Heupel, one of the best offensive head coaches in the country. There's head coaches all over the country, like Alex Golesh at USF, who we mentioned earlier, that have brought his offense all over the place. Nico Amaliava is a star in the making. I think he and Avery Johnson will be really fun to kind of maybe compare to, because they have similar skill sets all year long, and they're kind of in the same spot in their careers. But this should be an offense that is explosive all over the place. Maybe a little bit of a down year last year, but in transition after the best team they've put together in 20 years. But I expect to see their offense be very, very, very good under Nico Amaliava at quarterback this year. If you watched him in the bowl game against Iowa, the best defense in the country, he was not bothered by them at all. And going to be scary for the rest of the SEC. And number 6, Liberty. This is a team that I didn't have in my top 25 rankings because their schedule is not good. But they have a very good quarterback. They have a very good head coach, and they're going to score a ton of points. So to leave them off this list when they're going to score 40 points a game would have been negligent on my part. Yes, do they have a schedule of anybody on the list behind them? No, but they're going to score a ton of points. Even though they did lose C.J. Daniels, he's on his way to LSU. They still have Caden Salter at quarterback, and that should make them very, very explosive. That's going to do it for this edition of the Top 5. Tomorrow, the actual Top 5 offenses in the country, according to me, Paul Catalina, experts on all things I say I'm an expert on. Certified by my parents and them only. Definitely not my wife. Is that my second wife joke? I'm like a Henny Youngman bit from the 40s right now. Anyway, we're back to wrap it up right now.